In this training, we will be addressing the record retention requirements for receiving federal funds. We'll talk about what this regulation requires, if it applies to your project, and how to stay in compliance. What are the record retention requirements? 2 CFR 200.334 and 200.337. Grantees must retain documentation supporting the use of federal funds for a minimum of 3 years after the submission of the final expenditure report. This includes financial records and all supporting backup justifying those expenditures, as well as documentation supporting the progress and performance of grant deliverables. There are exceptions that require a longer retention of documents. In the case of an audit or other kind of litigation, the grantee must retain all documentation until the process is resolved and final action is taken. Additionally, upon notification by the federal government or state of Colorado, grantees may be subject to longer documentation retention period. And in all cases, when purchasing equipment or real property with federal funds, for example, broadband towers, documentation related to the management of the capital expenditures must be retained until 3 years after the final disposition of the equipment or real property. Disposition may include the sale, transfer back to the federal government, and/or compensation to the federal government for the investment of federal funds. So does the record retention requirement apply to my project? Yes, the requirement applies to all federally funded grant programs, including the Broadband Deployment Board, SLFRF funding, and Advanced Colorado Broadband Grant programs. Additionally, grantees of Colorado's High Cost Support Mechanism program must also retain all grant records for a period of 5 years. So what do I have to do? Retain all documentation related to grant expenditures, including, when relevant, program income and equipment. Maintain records on grant-related communications, such as the project plan, including change orders, grant expenditures, program income, and equipment. And maintain all documentation in a hard copy or virtual grant file of record. Thank you for your time today and your commitment to learning more about the compliance requirements around the Advanced Colorado Broadband programs. Please reach out to us with any questions at advance_cbo@state.co.us.